watched a lady spend $300 on her groceries, and it was like not a lot of food. And I was like, if you spent that same money at a farmer's market, you'd be getting better quality produce, and like it's going to be better for you. It's going to be helping. If you would put that money into local farmers, you'd be getting better food, and it'd be better for you. Like, why are you spending $300 on organic strawberries that are trucked thousands and thousands of miles away?
Yeah.
And you're paying $8.99 a pound when the farm down the road, who is also certified organic, is $6.99.
It's miseducation. People don't know. They assume, and honestly, in my own mind, I assume that too. I assume the local person has to use pesticides because it's cheaper. I don't automatically assume that the people selling at the farmer's market are necessarily organic. People don't know that you have to pay for that labeling, so they're not going to be even legally able to label themselves organic, even if they are.
Right. And I think and you're onto something there, because there are local farmers here who are certified organic, and there are some that are too small to even qualify. And so you're really getting good quality food. It's cheaper. And then here's my biggest thing. Everybody's so worried about, our food systems. What if our food systems go down? You can't grow everything yourself. Take that money, instead of trying to build infrastructure to feed your family of 4 and you're canning for days, take that same money, time, and energy and build connections in your local communities and start investing your time and money into the people who are already growing.
Mm-hmm.
Because that is more sustainable than trying to do it all yourself.
Buy from your local farmers who are struggling. They need your support.
And that's how it is for me, because I'm an active gardener and I still support my local food systems. One, I physically can't grow everything. I can only grow a few things. And now that I've taken off of my plate this idea that I have to feed myself, I enjoy gardening a lot more.
Oh, interesting.
And I choose to grow things that are unique instead of things that sustain me.
Wow.
And so I find my garden is like this experimentation, because I've accepted I can't do it all, and I'm not here to feed my family. And you're right, I end up saving money because I'm not spending so much money. You know how many seeds I bought this year? None. Because I was like, I'll just use what I have. Where when I was planting, but if you go on this idea that you have to feed your family back in January, you're like, I better buy tomato seeds, I better buy this, I better buy this, I better buy this, because you are coming from the scarcity mindset and you start to overconsume.
I think that's an interesting conversation, and people need to think about that, especially if they have the finances to invest in a home garden. Then they have the finances to invest in their local food systems, and they should be then, because not everybody necessarily can. Like people who don't have the ability to have transportation to farmers markets, or low-income people who have to work on days that farmers markets are happening. Those people have no choice but to buy the food that they can when they can. But if you're somebody who has the privilege of investing thousands of dollars in your own garden, and it is a privilege, then think about also maybe doing half of that amount and then using the other half in your local food system, in a farmer's market, local butchers, all sorts of things.
Absolutely. So I heard in a podcast years ago that if everybody just invested $2 a day, we could start to build up our local food economy and food systems. And that is only $60 a month. So if you can't start by even if you aren't of any privilege and you just want to say, okay, I'm going to spend $60 less. That's eating out one time. And I'm going to take that money, and once a month, I'm going to go to a farmer's market and I'm going to buy local foods. And that could look, maybe you're not a fruit and vegetable person. That's okay. There's breads at the farmer's market. There's jams. There's pickles. There's local food there that isn't a bushel of beets and squash. But I think you'd be surprised to find what you do see at the farmer's market and how affordable it is, because the prices are cheaper, if not at grocery store level. And you can still get some of your favorite things that you might be buying at the grocery store, like corn and asparagus.
And check your local farmers markets. They might even accept EBT.
Yeah, so here in Vermont, we actually have a really cool program, and it's actually federal, so you would have it everywhere, and it is called Crop Cash. And so if you go to your local farmers market and you give them $20 of your EBT SNAP benefit, it's going to incentivize you with a $20 coupon. And that $20 or equivalent value, they come in $1 increments. So it could be up to $20, but you could do 10, you could do 5. That $10, let's use 20. That $20, you're going to get $20 of Crop Cash, and you're going to get $20 of Crop Cash Plus. You now have your $60, your $2 a day to invest in your local food economy.
Wait, can you do that again? I thought we had 20 and we got 20. That's not 60. Wait, did we get another 20?
Another 20.
Oh.
It's Crop Cash and Crop Cash Plus.
Oh, okay.
So
I missed the plus part.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, so interesting. You don't just get double your money. You triple it.
You triple it.
Amazing.
And you can do that every week of the farmers market. So that's $60 for 1 week.
People need to know this. This is, especially during this time, this is critical for people to know.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then from the farmer's perspective, that is $20 of local money just got turned into $60. That other $40 is coming from the federal government. So that is how we're getting federal dollars into our local community.
Wow. I don't know why nobody's talking about this. Everybody would be using this. People want to stretch their dollars more, especially when it comes to food. That's people's probably biggest bill nowadays. They knew that they could triple their money as far as food goes at the farmer's market. I bet they would. And not obviously this isn't for everybody. This is people who are on EBT, but those are the people who need it the most.
It's the people who need it the most, and I want to put an asterisk there. Check and see if you qualify, because the more people that are on these programs, the more funded it will be. I grew up in a food insecure household, and I look back and we would have really benefited from being on some kind of food assistance. But there was shame around that, and this idea that, oh, we don't need it, we're not poor enough. But really a lot of stress around food insecurity could have been alleviated by getting assistance. And so I honestly wish that everybody got EBT benefits regardless of income. I'm actually sick of being in a country where benefits are income based, because everybody is struggling. Everybody can benefit from food assistance. If everybody got $100 a month towards food, that we would then be investing it in our communities. We would be supporting our farmers who are struggling, and it's an overall win-win benefits. And so check and see if you qualify, because right now SNAP is income based.